I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Glashutte Original. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your Senator Observer. Now, this is an automatic winding watch via case-back winding rotor. Nevertheless, it can be manually wound should you wish to energize it from a stop by taking the crown in its first position flush to the case and turning it 20 to 30 turns in the clockwise direction. That will be sufficient to start the watch, and now you can set the date, you can set the time, and it will continue to wind itself automatically. But should you wish to energize the watch up to its maximum rated power reserve of 55 hours, plus or minus 10%, simply continue turning the crown until the power reserve scale at 3 o'clock reaches the end of its calibrations. Now, it's important to note that due to the bridle-style mainspring, you cannot accidentally overwind this watch. The bridle will slip and relieve any excess strain. So simply wind the watch until the power reserve needle ceases to advance across its gauge. Now, it's important to note that stop seconds and a quick set for the date are available to enable more precise time setting. Pull the crown out to a stop and you will halt the seconds hand, allowing precise synchronization to a reference time. This can be performed ideally with an online atomic clock that always displays the correct time by advancing to the nearest hour, advancing to the next nearest minute, and stopping the seconds hand at the index at 60. When the reference time catches up to the hour, minute, and second that you've set, push the crown back in, the seconds hand will continue to advance, and now you will have synchronized your watch. Now, there is a case flank pusher adjuster that allows you to quickly set, one day at a time, the panorama datum at 6 o'clock. It will jump once for each push of the adjuster. This allows rapid correction, but take note, this feature should never be used between the hours of 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., as that is the period during which the automatic date jumper is engaged. Attempting to use the quickset during that period will damage the movement, so take note of the time of day prior to setting the date using the quickset. Now, there are 3 hazard areas with respect to the handling of your watch: water, magnetism, and shock that require special discussion and explanation. Water is the single greatest hazard to a fine watch. This timepiece is water-resistant to 5 bar or 50 meters static test depth, but take note, no leather strap is water-resistant. Any exposure to water will cause porous natural leather to rapidly degrade, so always secure the strap against moisture prior to exposing your watch to water. Moreover, the watch needs your assistance to avoid accidental drowning. Never use any of the crown functions or the pusher adjuster for the date while the watch is submerged or even when it is simply wet, as attempting to use those functions can bypass the case seals and introduce water to the interior of the watch to catastrophic cosmetic and mechanical consequence. Moreover, unlike mechanical specification, water resistance is not a static feature of your watch, and over time, as lubricants and seals age and degrade, the watch will be relatively less water resistant. Therefore, Glashutte Original recommends that your watch be water tested minimally every 12 months to ensure that factory-rated hermeticity is retained over time. It's also important to take magnetism into account because, unlike water, magnetism is the silent killer of a watch's precision. It's also ubiquitous. You'll find magnets in the closures of wallets, purses, refrigerator doors. You'll find them in speakers and subwoofers and MRI equipment. All of these threaten to alter the ferrous hairspring, which is at the center of your watch's beating balance. That's the heartbeat of your timepiece. A magnetized hairspring will cause the watch to run erratically, either very fast, very slow, or alternating between the two. Therefore, if you suspect your watch has become magnetized, take it to a Glashutte Original authorized service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize your watch. Shock and concussion, however, can cause more permanent damage. A fine mechanical movement should be secured against violence, so it's important to disuse the watch while riding ATVs, mountain bikes, or snowmobiles, or while participating in golf, tennis, batting, or firearms marksmanship, as all of these activities produce sufficient concussion to damage a fine mechanical movement. Ultimately, even a well-treated mechanical watch is going to require regular service. Glashutte Original recommends every 3 to 5 years having your watch serviced in comprehensive fashion by the factory or a factory-authorized service center. This will involve replacement of a worn strap if necessary, refinishing of the specialized finish of your case, restoration of water resistance, as well as cleaning, oiling, and adjustment of the movement. Now, this should be performed exclusively at factory-authorized service centers, as these agencies solely have access to the trained personnel, specialized tools and equipment, and factory replacement parts to protect the value of your watch as both an investment and as an instrument. Moreover, only authorized service agencies are able to back all parts and labor invested with a Glashutte Original factory service warranty. Finally, visit our website at govbergwatches.com and call, text, or email our specialists who will be happy to walk you through the ownership and maintenance as well as usage of every single Glashutte Original fine timepiece.